Hi everyone, today's video is a little demonstration of how I use my Lush products. The things that I have today are Ultra Bland Facial Cleanser. I'm then going to use Aroma Water, that's a toner. And my final product is the Celestial Facial Moisturiser. Lush recommends that you put these products on once in the morning and once at night to really make your skin feel nice and clean and really soft. So I'm just going to show you how I use them and also give my opinions on the product, so here we go. So my first product is the facial cleanser, which is called Ultra Bland. Now the reason that I was given this one is because my skin can be quite sensitive, and Ultra Bland, it doesn't really smell of anything, it's quite soft. It doesn't really react to anything, and what it looks like inside is it looks a bit like this, and as you can see I've been using this side here. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that. This is how much I have on my finger. That's probably going to go quite a way on my face. So I'll start on this cheek. And this feels really lovely and smooth. And that one little dab has done half my face there, from here to my chin. So even though I bought a little pot of this, I really think it's gonna last me quite a while. There we are. There we go, so that's it all over my face. So the three main products in Ultra Bland are almond oil, rose water, and beeswax. And the beeswax is kind of a good and bad thing. What it does is it really keeps the moisture in your skin. If any moisture comes towards your skin, it kind of sucks it in, but then it kind of keeps it there so that none gets out again. And if you're putting any makeup on, it'll make sure that it stays there all day. The downside of this is that when I go to take this product off, it's gonna feel as though there's still things stuck to my skin. It's almost as though I've slathered butter on my face. And I wouldn't say it's unpleasant, but it does take some getting used to. And the thing that annoys me the most is that my skin looks very shiny once I've used it. And I almost feel like in order to look normal and not to have greasy looking skin, I'm gonna maybe have to put some powder over the top of it. So that's the one downside. I'm not the only one to think that way, and I think it's a wonderful product, but that's maybe the one thing that kind of lets it down. Right, so I'm going to take this off now, and I've got a cotton wool pad, and what I'm just going to do is I have a bowl of warm water here. I'm just going to dip that into it, just one corner, and then I'm gently going to go around my face and just very tenderly take everything off. Now when I show you the cotton pad in a moment, it's going to look very yellow. That's the beeswax. It's not that my skin is a really particularly weird colour. And I don't know if you can see what I mean there. My skin looks awfully shiny, even though I've taken it all off. If any water comes onto the skin, my skin's kind of waterproof, it goes right down. And this is what my cotton swab looks like. I don't know if you can really see it there, but it's bright yellow. That's normal, that's just what the cream looks like. And then it's taken off some of the dirt on my face as well. And there we are. So the next product I have is Aroma Water. And this is really nice, really relaxing. I can use it any time of day. Sometimes if I'm not wanting the sort of oily look to my face, then I'll just use the Aroma Water and then leave the house. And although I've not really done the whole routine, it still feels like I'm doing something towards making my skin nice. So basically what this is it's lavender water with a few other ingredients in it. And the lavender water just really makes my face feel lovely. It really does. I feel all floral. So it's got gentle and soothing properties on the skin. and it just feels really nice. It's not too irritating for my skin, and it's not too strong either. So I'm just going to smooth that around my skin a bit. And then once again, that comes off with a cotton wool pad. Just be very gentle on your skin when you're doing this. You don't want to do it roughly, especially if you have sensitive skin like me, because it will just really irritate the skin and maybe do more harm than good. And what the aroma water does is it basically cleanses the skin again, and it takes off the things that the cleanser maybe didn't. On my pad here there's just a little bit of beeswax that I've maybe missed, but overall, there we are, my skin is nice and cleansed and toned. And my final product is the Celestial Moisturiser, and this just makes my skin feel nice and soft once I've finished my beauty regime. The three main products are Fair Trade Vanilla Water, almond oil and almond milk. So what this smells like is, if you've ever had a Magnum ice cream before, if you bite off all the chocolate and then eat the middle bit by itself, it tastes a lot like this smells, if that makes any sense. So I'll just open it up, and this is what it looks like on the inside. It's very creamy. So I just take a big bit on my finger, and again this cream is going to go a very long way on my skin. And although it's a white cream, I just want it to almost go see-through. If you look very closely you can still see it a little bit, but basically I don't want huge slatherings of it on there. I just want it to be very thin layer across my face. And there we go. Now these three products together cost me £24, which seems like a lot, but when you think about how much I'm going to get out of these and how much skincare products can be, I'd say that's an absolute bargain, and I think that's really amazing. And they're just small pots. I only bought the small pots because they recommend that you use these quite fresh. They only really stay in date for about a year, and I just like to use them as not as quickly as possible, but ultimately I don't want it to be going stale in a year. So I've only bought the small pots. Lush are very environmental friendly. They like to think about what's going into products, what chemicals there are and things like that. And they're also fighting animal testing. And if you take 5 of these little pots back into the store once they're done, once you've washed them out, you can get a free face mask, which sounds really amazing. I think it's going to be a while before I get my free face mask, but I'm really looking forward to that because they have the most wonderful products in there. I really love their skincare. It feels so gentle and it feels like there's something for everybody in there. And I'm also glad as well because I've always thought of Lush as a luxury store, like the sort of thing you'd maybe buy somebody a bath bomb for their birthday, but I've never really thought about the things I can use day to day, and my skin always feels really nice once I've finished with this. So anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to gently remove the moisturiser. Here we go. I've got a cotton pad again, and because my skin's quite sensitive and I like it to feel quite smooth, I'm just going to pop that into some water again. There we go. And I'm just going to remove the excess moisturiser. And the final thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to pat dry my face with a towel. Again, don't go too rough with this, just very gentle, don't scrub or anything. Just be very nice to your skin because this is meant to be a treat. My skin feels so smooth now. And I mean, I've only been using these products a couple of days and already it feels like my skin is a lot smoother, like I'm being a lot kinder to it. I've never really done skincare before, but the consultation that I got in store, the woman really made me feel comfortable, and she told me what to do, how to use them, and I feel like I'm taking care of my skin now. And it's very simple. It only takes me 5 minutes at most when I'm just doing this in the bathroom. This video is probably longer because I'm being very chatty, but it's really very luxurious and I feel like I'm treating myself. I'd also just like to point out that what's right for my skin might not be right for your skin. So if you are thinking of getting these products, consider going into the Lush store and speaking to a member of staff. They're very helpful, very friendly, and they'd be able to show you how to use everything that you need. My methods for getting these products on and off are also just my personal preference. There are other ways to get things on and get things off, and if you're doing things differently, don't worry too much about it, because it doesn't mean that you're wrong in the way that you're doing things. So thanks very much for watching this, guys. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. Okay. Cheerio.